Welcome back to the channel. The latest eShop deals have arrived, featuring games with brand new discounts, a big arcade game sale, and awesome collections for cheap. There's a lot to cover today, so make sure to hang on, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, so I tell you about some awesome Nintendo Switch eShop deals. Non-stop action is the name of the game in Fury Unleashed. You explore an ever-changing, living comic book as you run and gun through hundreds of enemies, as well as big bosses. It is a bit of a roguelite, as the layouts and enemies will change every time you play. You'll need to choose your skills to best suit your style, but you can also adjust the game's difficulty and other settings to what you desire too, so if you want to make things easier or harder, you can. I love that customization. It's an awesome game, sure to please any run and gun fan looking for a quick and fun game that blasts enemies to bits. Also note, this game does support 2-player through both local and online play. This is only $3.99 on the eShop until October 11th. SturmFront is an arcade-style game that has you blasting through enemies, bosses, and just blowing stuff up. I mean, it's not a too complex game. It's a bit old school, but it's a lot of fun for what it is. In addition to blowing things up, there's a big emphasis on dodging gunfire, akin to shoot-'em-up games, specifically bullet hell games. It's going for just $2.49 on the eShop until October 3rd. Tangle Tower is a mystery adventure game that has you exploring the Tangle Tower after a murder has occurred by a painting. Yes, things are a bit crazy as you encounter an animated set of characters who are fully voice acted, by the way, and you solve puzzles and you try to piece together what in the heck happened. This game has a lot of solid reviews going for it. It looks pretty cool, and it's a game that I'm going to pick up personally from this sale, especially since it's just $3.99 at a brand new low price. I mean, I love me a good mystery game, especially one with this crazy of a plot. Starting today on the 29th, Nintendo Switch Online members get access to a new free game trial for the indie game Eastward. This is an action RPG that has you playing as the duo of John and Sam and using their skills and abilities to make it through dungeons as well as solve puzzles. Sam in particular has some interesting powers, while John can make use of any weapon around him, and that even includes his frying pan. This is a narrative-driven game, so do keep that in mind in case you're more of a less talk, more action type of gamer. But it's still a beautiful game, and one of the better indie titles to come out in 2021. This is a pretty awesome game trial to get to play it for a week for free, and for those wondering, it'll take you roughly 20 hours or more to complete the game. Those who don't have NSO or just want to own the game outright can nab it at a brand new low price of $12.49, 50% off the MSRP price until October 11th. In Neon Abyss, the gameplay is freaking bonkers as you unleash hell and try to dodge incoming fire. It is a roguelike run and gun game that has you exploring dungeons that change and evolve through each attempt and are filled to the brim with lots of action. Throughout each play, you'll be able to earn and unlock and customize your character to your liking and play style. This game has an eye-catching visual style, and the gameplay is addictive as hell. I also like the fact that the game has some mini-games that help you break up the gameplay, as some of them are pretty hilarious and awesome in their own right. Neon Abyss is just $5.99 via the latest eShop sale, and it's totally worth it. Also, if you're quick, you can nab the Deluxe Edition, which includes all the DLC stuffs, with the game for just $8.39 before that deal ends in a few days. It adds a bunch of additional customization stuff and a few new modes too. Those looking for a creepy game for the spooky season might want to check out the adventure puzzle game Happy Game. Simply put, Happy Game is nuts. It's literally like a psychedelic horror dream of sorts. If you're looking for something weird, crazy, something to leave an impression on you, then check this adventure style game out. I know I'm being a bit vague, but trust me, it is a type of game you want to go into not knowing so much, so you can experience the bonkers of a horror-themed game that it is. It is a mind trip, and it's on sale for $4.59. It's the lowest price ever on the eShop. Retro and classic game fans, take note that Hamster has a bunch of their arcade archives and SNK arcade games on sale. There is 20 games in all in the sale, each going for $3.99 each, which for many of these titles, this is the first time they have ever been on sale. I'm going to post a full list of the games down below in the comments since there's so many, but I will say that some personal highlights from the sale from the SNK side are Metal Slug, the awesome shoot 'em up PULSTAR, King of Fighters 2003, Magician Lord, and the SNK version of Puzzle Bobble 2. Which is one of my favorite arcade games ever. As far as the arcade archive games go, most of them are from Taito, and some terrific highlights from that side is the arcade archives version of Darius, Elevator Action, and QIX. The sale for all these games will last until October 12th. These following game collections are terrific values. The Borderlands Legendary Collection contains 3 games from the series, plus all the single-player DLC and expansions, save for one, which is the newest expansion. The collection includes the Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, and the collection is going for $9.99. BioShock the Collection has 3 games as well. It includes BioShock 1 and 2 Remastered, and BioShock Infinite, the Complete Edition, and that collection is also $9.99. This includes all the single-player DLC and expansions as well. Finally, there's the XCOM 2 Collection, which includes XCOM 2 with the War of the Chosen expansion, as well as 4 additional DLC packs for just $7.49. If you love tactical RPG strategy games, then this one will keep you busy for a long time. The Goose Simulator, Untitled Goose game, has you playing as a goose whose goal is to terrorize the nearby village and its inhabitants. Okay, that might be a little bit extreme in the description, but it's fun to play as a goose as you complete your tasks and your to-do list, and a lot of that involves just being a pest. I love this goofy game, and I would love to see a sequel. If you want a fun, unique game that is at times pretty hilarious, then check out Untitled Goose Game. It's on sale for 50% off MSRP price until October 7th. In SUPERHOT, time only moves when you do, so you need to make sure to use your slow motion powers to the best of your ability to shoot and take out enemies while dodging enemy attacks yourself. It's a mix of strategy and a first-person shooter. The game features different modes, such as an endless mode, challenge mode, and even mini-games. The game's a lot of fun and feels quite different compared to most other shooters on the Switch or elsewhere. You can nab it for just $9.99 via the latest eShop sale. Kaiju Wars is a strategy game where you're tasked to fend off kaiju with your military. Now, you're not expected to beat these kaiju. In fact, you can't. You just got to slow them down. In a way, it reminds me of Super Godzilla for the Super Nintendo, as that was a pretty similar game. Now, there's lots included in the game. There's free play and hard modes, in addition to the campaign missions, as well as a full level editor mode, where you can create your own missions and levels for additional fun. If you're a giant monster fan and you like strategy games, this one is definitely worth picking up. It's $12.99 until October 12th. If you're looking for more monster fun, check out the Combo Pack Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. This contains 2 JRPGs, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. These are some pretty good monster collecting RPGs. They are fun to play from start to finish, and in my view, some of the best Digimon games ever made. One of the things I love about these games is it just trims the fat and tedium that most monster collecting games tend to suffer from, and it makes it easy to level and transform your monsters over and over to create your ultimate beasts. It just makes for a very enjoyable experience. That all aside, the collection is totally worth it for $9.99, which is essentially just $5 per game. So are there any games you've been eyeing lately, or plan to pick up and play for your Switch? Let me know in the comments. As for myself, I do plan on picking up Tangle Tower from the sale, as it seems like a lot of fun and pretty eccentric for a mystery game. In the last week though, I've picked up the physical edition of Pikmin 1+2 and have been having a blast reliving those GameCube classics. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. If you missed out the last few weeks of deals, I got you covered with links to them at the end of this video. That's all for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go play some video games, and I'll catch you on the next video.